It's only one game, obviously, for you, but she's the type of player that can do enough that she belongs in the WNBA. Can she help you out and continue on a hardship contract?
Yeah, certainly. Ray, missed last year because of her injury. And so essentially you're looking at Ray Burrell fighting her way, into her first game. Last cut in our camp, openly, excited to come and help us out and have that opportunity. And, the rest of the league will get to see that performance. There's so many people like Ray Burrell that deserve to be in this league. It's just really, really difficult. It's really difficult. And so I give her a lot of credit. What she just did is not easy emotionally, is not easy physically. So much has been added since training camp to our playbook, so much schemes and planning that went into this, matchup. And she comes in and doesn't have that knowledge until, the last minute. So, Ray, we really, commend her. That's not easy what she just did.
Coach, do you feel like in situations like this, does it make you want to campaign a little harder toward the league office to try to get them to understand the importance of expanding the rosters at some point where you don't have to deal with these types of problems in case, you have illnesses and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously CBA dictates we're not going to talk about CBA issues and, roster sizes, but the league knows how we feel about today's game.
Coach, when you have a situation like this, if you're missing the talent that you are, and as you mentioned pregame, you're finding out, but basically a day of who's going to be available or not, how do you go about evaluating the game that you played? Is it more about just the process and how things are going, or just kind of, this isn't our team, let's get to the next week? No,
there's a pride factor that these guys are all pros. Despite being low in numbers and people being put in different positions at the last second, ultimately we have a lot of pride in that locker room, that we have a locker room filled with competitive and talented players. But it turns more into us, what can we control? And, we had an offensive and a defensive game plan. And, the other night we were 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. To our credit, we battled back to a 1-to-1 tonight. But, turnovers really led to momentum for the Aces in that first quarter. Between points off turnovers and second chance points, they hardly had to run half court offense much in the first quarter. So now your schemes that have all been built against their half court offense, you don't get to those schemes. You don't get to practice and try and then get into the chess match of adjustments. It's impossible in this league, top to bottom. It's impossible in this league for anyone to guard live ball turnovers, and especially a team that's as potent as them, really hard to guard. So tonight was about us, and there was some frustration at times that we needed to be more efficient and sharp. We were not sharp on either side of the ball early. I appreciated how we started that first 4 or 5 minutes in the third quarter. We looked like ourselves. And, I was proud of that because of that.
Last question for Coach.
Curt, last year, when you came here with Connecticut, you saw what the Erica Hamby could do. Right? There was one particular game, all the star power they had. She came in off the bench and turned the game around. Now she plays for you. Tonight was an emotional night. The professionalism that she has brought through camp, through these last 2 games, can you just touch on the Erica?
Yeah, special. This sums up her. Like, the ring ceremony happens. It's so difficult to win a championship in this league. And she won a championship and was a huge part of it. It's been a huge part of the build for Vegas to be where they're at through Bill and now Becky. And the first thing she did in the locker room when we got back in was apologize to me because she was worried how I was impacted by the ceremony. That just tells you what kind of character she had. is like, no, like De'Erica, I know better than anyone how difficult it is to win a championship in this league, being in the semifinals or beyond 4 straight years now. I know how difficult it was, but she felt compelled to apologize to me getting that ring and worried about what I felt. Like that just sums up De'Erica Hamby. And I will go to, I'm blue in the face, what she's done and how she's playing on such a short turnaround from her second child, having her second child, legend, and how fast she's back and the quality that she's playing is just a credit to her. It's just unreal. It's just not normal. How incredible it is to have her back this soon and the playing at the level. And I will tell you that she is such a great story for working mothers and how moms that can have children in professional sports, regardless of the sport, what she is doing is such a trailblazer and such a great story for all mothers that want to have children and continue to be a professional athlete. She's remarkable, and we're fortunate to have her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a couple of stats for these two ladies. Karlie is in double digits 3 games in a row. She also has a career high 7 rebounds. Mia's first WNBA start, and she has a career high 5 assists tonight.
Hey.
Yes, I would like to start off with, just comment on the game, both on your, stats that Sue just read out, as well as, starting your very first WNBA game.
I think tonight was a tough game. We came up against a really good Aces team, and we were shorthanded, but that's not an excuse. I think we all played hard, especially in the second half. We kind of turned it around. We dug ourselves a really big hole in the first half. In the second half, we came out better. So yeah, I'm proud of how we all, stuck together and, gelled, just given the circumstances. And nobody knew who was going to be able to play until right before shoot around. So just the fact that we all came out and played hard was really important for us. And I think even in the loss, it's a good step for us.
Yes, similar thoughts. It's just the first half we had so many turnovers, and you can't do that against Vegas. Proud of Nia, proud of Ray, proud of the people that came out. Like she said, we didn't know who we were playing, but we're all pros on this team, and proud of our second half. But
Karlie, how difficult is it to kind of play with this mix of players? Obviously, you guys, like you said, didn't know who was going to be ready today. How do you guys adjust to that tactics wise and scheme wise?
yeah, I mean, it's definitely when you find out the day of, it's like, oh, like Nia didn't play the last game and now she's starting. So that's one thing. But I back everyone on our team. Like we just didn't, start the game well. You can't have live turnovers against Vegas. It doesn't matter who the 5 were out there. We already know that. And that's what we did. So I back everyone on our team. Yeah.
Questions?
You heard my question to Curt about the air, and just what she's meant since she's arrived, especially after delivering her second child. Like, what is she? She's actually been a face of was a face of the Aces long before a lot of the stars that are on this team. Yeah. What has she meant to y'all? Yeah.
I think I touched on this last week. I got a similar question about De'Erica. Just day one in camp, she wasn't full in, but she hopped in because she felt ready. And that's just remarkable. I didn't know she was able to go live like already, and day one of camp she already did. And she has so much experience. I know this day was emotional for her. Like Curt said, it's really hard to win a championship in this league and then come in and do the ring ceremony right before this. But she's an inspiration, that's for sure. And I don't know, she picks us up. She brings energy clearly on the court, but off the court as well.
Yeah, I would just really say the same thing. I got here the day of the first game, and then even since then, I've noticed her impact, her presence. She's a vocal leader. She's a leader by example, and she's just a good person from how she talks to people, cares about people, and embraced me since I've been here, and everyone else too. So she's been a really big part of what we're doing.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You.